Join us for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta's Tammy Rivera and her husband, Waka Flocka Flame.
Yo, you have to let go. Stop worrying about what I'm doing.
As they raise the blinds on their marriage that only prayer and God's grace can solve.
I'm in jail, bro. You know, a woman, she gotta control things. You're like a woman, like when you go out, who you with? Who over there?
So do you feel like she trusts you?
Do I feel like she trusts me? What woman trusts a man?
Well, a lot of women trust a man.
It's not that I'm trying to control things or say something. It's just, I know his heart. I know who he really is. I have to learn how to just let go and let God, but being as though I have trust issues from the past, it's hard to do those things.
So what have you done to make her better?
Creflo stuff, probably.
Changing one life, time after time. Oh Lord, we do it all for you.
Through the trials I see, I'll always believe a new life starts with you.
Oh, change your world today. Change is gonna come your way. Change and get an understanding. His grace will transform you.
Welcome back. Now here with us today is Tammy Rivera, one of the stars of the hit show Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, mother to beautiful 10-year-old daughter and wife of an international music artist who is also here with us today, Waka Flocka Flame. And today, Tammy is going to talk to us about the power of prayer in her and her husband's life. Tammy, Waka, welcome to the Your World Show. Now, it's just that, it's your world. So we want you to take us into your world. What is it like to be the wife of a recording artist, hip hop, famous guy? I know we had to keep the schools from coming here today. There were 3 high schools that wanted to come because they heard that Waka Flocka was gonna be on the show today, and we ain't got that many seats. So what are your experiences so far?
I mean, it's just like any relationship, except for it's just in the public eye. Of course, he's like a big baby, like having another child, like another 10-year-old.
How you feel about kind of comparing you to another child and a 10-year-old?
You know what? You just don't have a feeling. You just let them have it.
Uh-huh. How long have you guys been married?
Almost 2 years now. Been together over 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah. But
I've been married since I met her, though. Trust me, it's been like military school.
don't say that.
But all right, though.
And so you were saying?
You have Waka, you have Joaquin. He's a Gemini, so he's all types of personalities. But mostly in our household, it's fun, it's great. Like our love for each other is like crazy, amazing relationship. But then you have, the road and all the other stuff, and you got to fight through those demons. But for most of all, I mean, I don't see myself being with no one else. I mean, I see me growing old with him.
So marriage is work, and you don't mind doing the work, right?
I've done a lot. I've been putting overtime already.
But you're committed to the process.
I am. Even when I want to give up, there's a lot of times I just be like, I can't do this. I'm out the door. But then it's like, I just end up right back. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be, and
Well, Waka, where are your experiences as far as, all right, you've been married for 2 years, you've known her for 5 years, and you're in this relationship with this woman that you love. What's going on with you in this marriage so far? Being where you are, dealing with some of the things you have to deal with, and you know that you're committed to this woman.
I feel like I don't got no challenges. But the biggest challenge, if I was to have one, is just being married. 'Cause I never really had girlfriends in my life. 'Cause I was still living with my mother, so I'm like, after we go out, we gotta go to my mom's house. So having a wife is just like, my mother was like, that was your woman. So, the beginning of this relationship, that was a battle. My mother cooking, my girl cooking, now my wife, it's like, you know what I mean? But it's fun though, it's cool. Like, I never grew up with people married around me.
Is it because you didn't grow up with people who were married around you? You didn't have like that exposure to what it was supposed to be like?
You know what it is, honest to God, truth? It's like breaking a chain. You know, like they say statistics, 95% black marriages don't work or because of the man or da-da-da. To me, they want you to believe it so it can really happen. So I just want to prove to people, oh, this is wrong. Like, I'm not an angel, you know, but it's practice make perfect at the end of the day.
Yeah. So how has marriage helped you to grow in a sense? I believe marriage makes you better. And the reason why I say that is because you're selfish, because you're self-centered until you have to consider other people. Now, when you start considering other people, then you're going to find out how selfish you really are.
Yeah.
So how have you grown since you've been married? You go first.
Well, I think personally with me, I had to realize, because he's done a lot in the past in our getting to be married.
And you appreciate that, right?
No, I don't appreciate that.
Okay. So some other stuff is done, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it is, you know, so getting married is like having to be able to let go of that let God, because as a woman being married, you want to, especially with him being gone on the road and doing a lot, you want to control the situation. And within myself, I had to realize I can't have faith in God and then still trying to control his actions.
Preach.
But, you know, that's my battle constantly as marriage. I mean, us being married more so made it official, whereas though he knows, like, okay, this is my wife. Like, I have to respect this. For him, I think it makes more of a difference than it, because before we was married, I still felt the same way. Of course, he did too, but as far as having that title with him, it's like, instead of, you can't do certain things because, you know, this is my wife. I can't, you know, you're not going to do certain things because you have a wife now.
Yeah, so you believe marriage brought some restraints.
It brought some restraints. Not enough, but it brought some.
Well, Waka, how have you grown since you've been married?
I'm in jail, bro.
Huh?
Save me, Creflo.
You feel like you in jail?
Nah, it's just like when you marry, it's like the woman it just come with like a certificate of craziness. It's like,
in what way? Now, are you?
It's a good way. It's a good way.
Okay.
You know, they food tastes better. The food get way better.
Okay, when you get married.
But it's just it's a, you know, a woman, she gotta control things. You're like a woman, like when you go out, who you with? Who over there? Like if I don't pick up the phone, she call my brother, the engineer, like that. Like she don't play. Like she not playing. Like it don't matter what it is. Even if I lie, she's gonna find out. I don't know how. I don't know who she knows. I don't know who's helping her. Like she just find out.
So do you feel like she trusts you?
Do I feel like she trusts me? What woman trusts a man?
Well, a lot of women trust a man. If you ever get in a situation where a woman doesn't trust you, then you're gonna get a whole lot of third degree coming.
And that's where it is.
You see that scar right here? I woke up with that.
You stop lying.
So your woman busting you in the head now?
Yo, the lamp was broke, right? I'm like, yo, the lamp broke. I got a scar. I don't remember.
I can't believe it.
So like I said at the beginning, you guys look like you have a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, and that's good. You need to have a lot of fun. You need to enjoy one another, especially now that you're young, have fun.
Yeah.
But when you deal with a marriage, you are going to have to be committed to the growth of the marriage and to the development of the marriage. Now, when it comes to the roles in the marriage, as far as a wife is concerned and a husband is concerned, what do you do to minister to him to make him better?
I tell him things. Like, Waka knows if I say something, whether he listens or not, like there's times where I'm like, oh, that person's not really a friend, or watch this person, or I just get a vibe, but I don't like their energy. And he'd be like, oh, you always did it. But then he'll come back like, babe, how you know? It's not that I'm trying to control things or say something. It's just, I know his heart. I know who he really is, you know, and I know that he's been on the road and been, you know, in the music industry. Like I said, there's a lot of demons that come with that. So you're constantly fighting this life, but you still have this life at home. And where my battle come in, and I'm not saying that I do it all the time, is having to pray off. Like there's times I'm like, I can't do it no more. Like it's just too much. And I realize, okay, this is what I'm here for. Like
too much for him or too much for the industry?
Too much for me sometimes. Okay. You know, like where they're like you're faced with a lot. You have the media. For instance, he could go on the road and take a picture with a girl and it's all over the media saying, oh, he was with another female or whatever the case may be. And there's always truth and there's always lies and things. So with me, it's like I said, it's battling a lot of scrutiny. There's a lot that comes with it. So I have to learn how to just let go and let God but business. So I have trust issues from the past. It's hard to do those things.
What have you done to make her better?
Well, ain't nothing I can do.
There's a lot you can do.
You know what I can do? Stay home.
And that'll make her better.
I'm telling you, man.
And what you're saying now, I hope you realize what you're saying. What you're saying is, I feel like there's nothing I can do when I'm away from her because she's kind of frustrated. So if I just stay home, she's going to be happy. Is that what you're saying?
Yo, I'm telling you, if it's up to her, she don't have to work. She want to take care of me. And deep down in her heart, I'm telling you right now, she don't want me to work. She want to take care of me.
That's not it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, I'm not complaining,
No.
But I'm telling you, I know it ain't too much she wants. She just want me home. But I know, just the life we live, it's just a lot of people depending on me. My wife, my family, friends, and they kids, and they futures, and it's just a lot. Like if I stay at home, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like our life, it costs. Like reality plays a major factor with us. And at the end of the day, we know what we signed up for. And when you go against what you signed up for, it's like fighting reality.
So do you feel like you're the backbone of the family, that, you got to do what you got to do because you got folks to take care of?
I have to. But I love being home, though. It's fun.
And it's not that I want to take care of him or that I want him home. I understand that he has to do what he has to do. But I just want he put so much effort and energy into his work. Put that same energy into your household. Put that same energy into becoming a better man for our marriage.
So do you feel like you're getting the leftovers?
Sometimes. Okay.
So he'll go out and he'll put his major energy into what he's doing in his craft, and then he come home tired, and you get the leftovers.
Like
Creflo start problem.
Now let me ask you something. You've already said you have trust issues, and you don't know how accurate he was when he said demons, because demons do cause people to have influence in the way they think about certain things, especially from your past. But what does he have to do to give you evidence that he can be trusted? What does he need to do?
Honestly speaking, I don't think there's anything that he can do personally. It's really a growing process. It's really comes with change, like complete change,
on his part,
on both of our part. Because there's some issues, like I said, that I have, and I can't completely trust him if I don't let those things go either. Okay. So I'm not just putting it all on him like I really want to.
Top 3 things you need in order for you to resolve this trust issue. Top 3 things you need in order to resolve the trust issue.
Consistency.
Consistency on his part?
Yes.
In what area?
In every area.
Number 2?
Honesty.
Number 3?
Being present more, together more.
So what you're saying is, I need these things in order for me to deal with it. It's not debatable. You're saying to your husband, this is what I need from you in order for it to work.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to ask him the same thing, because it takes 2 to dance, and you just expressed your needs and he heard it. So I'm going to ask you to express the 3 things you need from her in order for this trust issue to be resolved.
We're going to argue after this, right?
I promise you where I'm going with this. I think I'm going to help you. 3 things you need in order to resolve this trust issue.
I don't think it's 3 things. It's 1, understanding.
So you just said you don't need
one? Understanding. I was raised by a woman, so I know. A woman never let nothing go. They always let it go for the moment, but
be careful. There's a lot of women in this audience.
Yeah, all these women. See, you bold. All these women right up here talking about, I don't know what you're talking about. I can let something go.
No. They can say whatever they want to say. I'm telling you, I was raised by one. I know what's going on. A woman can let something go, but it always alter their attitude, their ways, their beliefs, their thinking. And no matter what you say or what you do, you always in the back of their mind, that person. Even if you have one little spice or symptom of it, I knew he was doing it the whole time.
Yeah, because it puts you back in that mind frame. If you show a symptom, if we've been here, and I know that you've used to doing this, soon as you show a symptom, of course, it's going to put me all the way back into, okay, I remember when he did this.
Yeah, because
and he made me feel this way.
You need a new history. Once you do something, then you're going to have to build a new history block by block.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you do, you're right. It's still in their
that.
mind. It's the hurt, the disappointment is still in their mind. So what your husband's asking for, he's like, I want understanding. All right, so that's what he said he needed. Mm-hmm. All right, now I'm going to say something now because you said what you needed. 3, he says, I don't need but one thing, some understanding. Now, before we decipher that and debate it and all that other kind of stuff, I want to say something. I don't want you to ever forget this as long as you live, because this is how it works. How he treats you is none of your business. Your business is how you treat him. How she treats you is none of your business. Your business is how you treat her. Now watch what happens now when you put this together. When you get so busy treating one another and respecting one another, and you're not looking at yourself, you've dismissed selfishness, and your total focus is one another. So all of a sudden, I had this thing where I went before God. God, taffy this and God, taffy that. He said, that ain't none of your business. See, while you're getting hurt and offended by what she's doing to you, you're forgetting about how you need to treat her. And if you'll treat her the way she needs to be treated, you'll automatically get it what you need. And so what happens is we spend so much time concerned about how we're being treated, we forget to treat one another with the respect that we need to have. Does that make sense to you?
It makes sense.
And so what happens is, now, easier said than done, but I tell you, if you do it, you will discover a whole new level of intimacy in your marriage that you didn't even know was there, because it builds character in you. And all of a sudden, see, self-centeredness is that's the reason for bitterness, even thinking about what people say about you. You have to be self-centered in order for it to affect you. But if you pull yourself out of the center, it doesn't mess with you. When you're thinking about, well, I don't appreciate what they said about me, I'm hurt, that's because you're in the center. Take yourself out the center, focus on that other person, and what they do won't affect you the way it's affecting you when you're in the center. Now, all couples think, I deserve this and I deserve that, and it's your fault and this, but you hurt me, and Mom, but you did that to me. And you can just keep going on, because what happens is your emotions now take control. I guarantee you, if he won't think about himself and he come home and think, let me run this water for her, let me go get this food for her, let me do what I need to do for her, then you're going to come home thinking, God, dog, he did that for me. Let me do this for him. Let me do that. And you're so busy trying to meet one another's needs, you don't have time to think about your own. See, what happens sometimes, especially in celebrity marriages, you already got a spotlight on you. What you go through, you can't go through privately. Mm-hmm. If it gets out, you got to go through it with everybody else in the whole world. Mm-hmm. And that's something that you don't want to invite the whole world. And you want to have a sense of, you want some anonymity in your marriage. There's certain things you want to keep off limit. It ain't nobody's business but mine. Mm-hmm. And so understand, in his profession, it's what you got to do in order to do what's got to be done. Am I right?
Yeah, fact.
Now, I'm an old dinosaur, but I know if a football player is a football player, there's certain things he's got to do. If a rapper's a rapper, there's certain things he's got to do. He's got to have the image, he's got to have all that stuff. And I know you understand all that,
it, yeah.
Okay?
No,
No.
You don't think she does?
I get it. Let me explain to you my whole thing, my outlook on that. It's a job, right? You done did all the partying. You done did all the, wild boy stuff. You done did it. It's repetitive. So he constantly do it. So now at this point, if there's things that's going to get you in a situation, block it. I understand you got your homies with you, and y'all, when you're performing, you got to have your team with you. It's fun, and you guys having fun. But certain things need to be blocked. For instance, if you're doing a show, of course there's girls everywhere. You got your homies with you. Tell them, look, y'all take them girls and y'all go this way. Don't bring them back to the hotel where I'm going to be staying at. Just because if they, for instance, if it's a tour bus full of people, if one person do something, they're not going to blame that one person. It's going to hit him. You know what I'm saying? And then that affects me. Like you was saying earlier, oh, you're lame if you do this, you're lame. And I think sometimes he still get that, like, you know, I want to see if I still got it, or I can't be looking, you know, crazy.
I know
and
I
have,
got it, man. That's wrong.
oh, you do, huh?
Yo, Creflo, not to cut off, right? One thing like, she gotta realize, like, I'm not another artist. I'm known for being Waka Flocka. I'm fun. I'm cool. I'm this, that, and the third. That's cool. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like we go touch a hotel. I'm sleeping on room 12. I can't tell these boys what to do on level 6. Like I can't. Yo, don't bring no girls.
But then what happens is one girl will make her way up to room 12 and take a picture while he sleep.
Nah, negative.
It has happened. It can happen.
That's before you. Listen, like these girls play games. Like it was this one girl, right? Yo, I don't know where she came from, like what she was doing. Mind you, she cool with the promoter. So everywhere I'm going, I'm doing a feature. She taking pictures, but she sending it to Tammy like she with me.
She taking pictures of his suitcases in his room, and see that's where I say now that's nothing but the devil because I'm at home chilling.
Okay, so
in my happy zone.
I hear what you're saying.
She's stealing my pictures, acting like it's her.
I hear
she using reverse psychology on my way. It is working.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal. She got to be able to trust you enough to know that even when some girl comes around you,
exactly.
I'm married to you.
Exactly.
So what she needs to be valued. The worst thing in the world is to devalue a woman. If that woman feels devalued, she's gonna grow claws and she's gonna have problems with everything that you do.
I told you that.
So how do you value her? Is to say, all right, there'll be situations like that'll happen, but it's to say this: look, I respect our marriage. I respect you. I want you to understand, I will never disrespect you, and whatever happened, I'll figure out what I need to do so that it won't happen again. It's just giving her value. It's you don't want to just kind of brush it off and make her feel like, well, you ought to just deal with it. I don't know how it happened, and it is what it is. Because all of a sudden she's gonna feel like, well, you know, you ain't valuing me. This really, really has a potential to being something serious in this marriage.
Yeah.
It has a big potential. And you've got to figure out, how are we going to deal with something like this?
Let it go. She got.
Can she trust you?
No.
If she can't trust me, then what are we doing?
Today, you're watching part 1 of a 2-part special presentation. Tammy Rivera and Waka Flocka have found themselves at a crossroads. With the help of God's grace, can Tammy trust Waka? Can Waka trust Tammy? Find out next week on Your World with Creflo Dollar. Today, you met 2 celebrities married to each other who opened up about issues of trust within their relationship. TV personality Tammy Rivera and her husband, internationally known rap artist Waka Flocka Flame, have been married for 2 years. But the constant spotlight on their private lives have spurned jealousies that have chiseled away their faith in each other. Your own struggle may be no different. Outside situations may have found influence in your relationship, or growing emotional distance may threaten the bond you thought you had. If you are in one of the thousands of relationships at risk, then it's time to take your need to God. It's time to restore the trust and defeat your doubts. Get back the confidence you once had and get ready to fall in love all over again. In this 2-part special program, Overcoming Trust Issues in Your Relationship, Creflo Dollar explains how prayer and trusting God first will positively affect you, your relationships, and your marriage. Are you ready to trust again?
There's no such thing as trust without rest. I enter into a rest and I say, you know what? I'm going to trust God. I'm going to trust. You trust God. See, I trust God more than I trust my wife.
For your love gift of just $35, you'll receive Creflo Dollar's riveting 4-DVD series and mini-book, The Fulfilling Marriage, that will take you step by step to help you renew your relationship from the inside out.
And so it's important that the marriage be valued above all of the things that you both do.
Next, you'll also receive the new CD series, The Power of Grace-Based Prayer, where Creflo Dollar teaches you how to pray so you may receive full healing, prosperity, and deliverance for you and those you love. This entire collection is certain to bring a brand new intimacy and affection to your marriage. Plus, when you call right now, you will also receive today's entire interview with a special segment of audience questions, completely uncut on DVD. So, you'll get the Fulfilling Marriage 4 DVD and mini book set, Creflo Dollar's powerful audio teaching, The Power of Grace-Based Prayer, and today's entire 2-part series, uncut and on DVD, The Overcoming Trust Issues in Your Relationship. And remember, your love gift will directly support this ministry's efforts to bring hope and provision to lives in need across the world. From providing food and clothing to poor families in America, to empowering communities from Kenya to Thailand with key essentials, Creflo Dollar Ministries is on a mission to bring hope to a hopeless world. When you sow your seed into this ministry, you're joining an army of believers who are changing the world every day. Call now to receive this life-changing collection today. Give your relationships a chance. Call right now.
This promoter guy, girl, from the opposite of the room, take a picture. I'm like, look, man, how is this possible? And she believing like, oh, so you was with her.
I mean, now once, fool me once. What are the odds of this person being around each time and you're allowing
Nobody
this
do
to
more
happen?
shows than me. I do like 400 shows a year. I can't help that. I'm known for having the best parties. Like, of course there's gonna be some wild stuff. People be hanging up the ceiling like monkeys. Somebody might get naked because they had too much fun. Like, I might get caught in a picture all the way in the back like Waldo, but it's my fault. Like, I'm all the way back here, she all the way up there. I'm looking this way. But it's like, come on. Like, up to my like, I can't dodge.
Here's the deal. You trust God,
Yeah.
okay? Because I can trust God, I can trust my wife.
That's how I feel.
And because my wife trusts God, she can trust me. So even if I think I want to go do something, because of her trust for God, he gonna make sure I'm taken care of and do what I'm supposed to do. And so you gotta let that go, because that can be tormenting. I want to thank you for watching the broadcast. Now, each day and every week as I come into your home by way of this station, it is my hope that this program has been a blessing to you and that it has added value to your life. I want you to know that I'm committed to this work, to tell this vision about God's grace that He's placed in my heart for you and that can change the world. And to accomplish this great mission, I need your help. First, I need to hear from you. I need to know if this program has added value to your life. Just take a moment and call the number listed right here on your screen and let me know. And two, when you call, please consider making a financial commitment to help me keep this broadcast running right here on this station, where I can continue to bring the value of God's grace to you as you and I continue to do this work of ministry together. So, take just 60 seconds and let me know you're watching and that you're able to help. If I don't hear that this program is adding value, then certainly we want to place the financial commitment that this station requires elsewhere so that God can do what He wants to do through this ministry. Your support is so appreciated, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing God to use you today.
We thank the partners and friends of Creflo Dollar Ministries for making this program possible.